Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Dalton right to the air. They'll get this out to Kamara.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
1st and 10 for Dalton.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Over here. Yeah.
Andy Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
This is fielded at the 7.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
1-1, ready? 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
12, 12.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Defense got the better of it last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 21-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass.
Locates Kamara on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Johnson's got it complete.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll... And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker at the bottom of your screen for other updates around the NFL here in Week 6. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down to about the 37. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Dalton. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on a punt here as he'll send this one away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Dalton Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 46 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Oh my God, I faked it instead of throwing it. Damn it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 39, Burrow. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. There's just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When he sees zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as a primary color, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11 empty tank. 11 empty tank. Go.
Burrow will throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To the air again, Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit, man. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll have to force a field goal attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
11.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards on the pick out there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT.
Again, it's Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
11.
On third down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Attempt carry and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. So Dalton now. Olave over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Andy Dalton. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Try to pound it in. Kamara able to get a couple
across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped. Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game was over. You locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
11,
A handoff running left, Mixon. And so there he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 49 yards. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Saints 21. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Passing, it's Dalton.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try...
Touchdown, Saints! Jarvis Landry, 30 yards!
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Once again, they run with Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You got to think this offensive line's got some smiles on his faces. I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. from the 41, Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
368! 93, 52, 93, 40.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's got it down to the 28.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
172 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball.